Today's project, 1994 Toyota pick-em-up truck. This has the 3.0 liter V6 EFI engine in it, and this lives a lot of its life, and is going to be living a lot of its life up in Washington. So a friend of mine, his son, has this truck and is going to be going back up to Washington after the holidays, and there are some issues that we can see. So today's line of business is to get the steering all tightened back up. We'll show you guys what that looks like. It's a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how it's here in one piece, but we're gonna get that fixed. So this is what we're gonna be working on. We're gonna put this thing up on the lift. I'm gonna pull the battery. It seems to be having some charging issues, so we're gonna pull that while we're doing this. That way we can leave the key on. I got Logan in the truck right now. We just straightened the wheels, and we're gonna leave the key on so that everything's unlocked and we can move the wheels around and the steering wheel doesn't lock on us. But we're gonna go ahead and pull the battery out right now, just throw it on a charger, let it sit here and trickle, and see if we can't bring it back to life. I'm noticing it's a little swollen on the sides, so it tells me the battery is probably going bad. Which, you know, well done. It's March of 24. A year and a half, and these things are already bad. It's just, they just don't last like they used to. So we'll get after it. We'll put this on the lift. We'll show you guys, well, we've already got it on the lift, but we'll show you what we're seeing and why we need to replace parts. And we'll get going on it. You guys get to be a part of all of it. All of it. Every bit. Okay. All right, so I brought it all the way up so I can show you guys. We're gonna take wheels and tires off. Yes, I know. Just relax, we're gonna get there. One of the fun things is, as soon as all the weight went onto the wheel, one of the shocks decided to completely blow out. So we've got a little puddle down here. So that's a new development. That's always fun. But if you snag your peepers over here, you'll see one problem and two problems. One problem is the ball socket's coming apart here. The other problem is, oh, look at that. It ain't supposed to do that. So when you're turning, it's just going all sorts of cattywampus and having fun. So we're gonna rectify that. We've got some parts. We've got one of these doodabbers and one of those doodabbers and some other chingadares and things. And we're gonna swap it all out right now before your very eyes. Yeah, I think we're gonna try. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just pretend. I'm not really a mechanic, I just play one on TV. And Logan wants to do a lot of the work. This is Logan. He's a man of many words. He wants to do a lot of the work, so we're gonna let him learn on this stuff. He's gonna go learn to work on airplanes. And if you can work on a Toyota, then you can work on an airplane. It is fun working on guys that have an airplane mechanic mindset, because he's concerned with like bolt patterns and torque settings and all those things that just don't matter, but they do to the FAA. They just don't. I never was taught that stuff growing up. It was just hammering, yeah, between government and discount tire. It's a big deal.
They seem to care.
They seem to care. Yeah. So we're gonna pull the hubcaps off of these things. What do you guys think about these beautiful moon dish too? Aren't those awesome? A little bit jealous. I'll trade you for the wheels on my Rambler.
No. Got all four for 150.
That would look sick on the Rambler. Might have to do that on the Rambler. What do you guys think? We'll put some moon dish on Guido. The forklift. We'll make our own. They'll look like crap, but they'll be on there. Anywho, we're gonna get this apart. That's always fun. This one's just kind of, good thing there's a cotter pin in it.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Because you're not supposed to do that. That's not a way that should come apart.
Yeah.
Usually, you know, by fingers. Either that or I'm just that strong. No?
Sure, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
We'll go
Perfect.
with that.
I like it. Yes, I like your attitude. It works. All right, so we just got to take all this apart, dude. Everything that's connected to all of this. So, and we'll leave this connected because we're taking that off. So, If you want, we'll grab a wrench. I'll put it on there and start whipping her apart. That's weapon of choice. This guy. Gonna pull that one. And then we're gonna pull this one.
Oh, I thought it was loose enough.
Is this all spinning? Please tell me. Okay, good. What is? You can't get it?
One more turn, then I can get it.
Okay, there's one more turn.
2 more turns, then I
Oh,
can get it.
dang it! He lied to me. Liar.
Is it a lie if it was on purpose?
Is it a lie if it was on... that might be more of a fib. If it was on purpose, it might be more of a fib than a lie. In a time of chimpanzees, I was a monkey. Did you know that?
Can't say I did.
Now you do. Because if you don't know, then now you know. Still not coming off?
No, I got it.
Oh, it's about time. Just taking stuff off all day long. I love how loose all this is.
Makes it easier on us.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
Remember I was putting those new wheels on, and we put it on, and we're shaking it, and like, I don't think it's supposed to do this.
I don't
It's
think
a
it's
little
supposed to be
closer. Like,
shaking.
yeah, there's no reason I should still be driving. But
Well,
Toyota strong.
Toyotas will continue to go, man. Unfortunately, they're still susceptible to suspension and steering issues
Of course.
because that's just components that wear.
There's a reason paramilitaries in Africa use them exclusively.
Because they're bad to the bone.
Yeah, for regime changes on a budget.
They're nice because they don't really require much. They're pretty forgiving vehicles, man. They've done. I'll tell you, they've done a good job, man. The amount of times I've had a Toyota and I pull it in and look at it, and there's no oil in the engine, and the thing doesn't even have a tick. They're fantastic vehicles.
Only thing that would make this one better is if it was a Hilux.
Hilux or the 22RE. It would be better than this 3.0 VZE.
Yeah. So many people have asked me if this is the 22.
I would
Like, no,
love this.
it's just the V6.
It'd be awesome if this was a 22RE. Far less issues. Something better to pray against. How about that? Just a little bit of weight. Okay. Oh, got that one out.
Oh. I think that one came out last time. That's the easy one.
That's the easy one. Well, don't tell me that.
Oh.
I
That's
feel
not,
like
that's not the easy
I
one.
feel like I just did a bunch of hard work to get that out of there.
Yeah.
Smack right here.
Where?
Right underneath where that is. Now you can hit up. Hit up. Hit up.
I'm trying to hit up.
There we go. Just need a bigger hammer.
Is that still supposed to be moving around inside there?
Huh?
That move around inside there? It's supposed to.
It'll move around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
we're,
making sure.
we're loose right now, so we want this to be moving for
Yeah.
sure. But now that whole thing's gonna spin, which is gonna be fun. It's the downside of that not coming apart easier.
Just need a little motivation.
Yeah, but now we gotta try and get that apart. That's gonna be fun. Oh, the joys, the joys, the joys. The whole thing is spinning in there. It's just not abnormal. Sorry, Jero punched you guys. Hey, look, there's Hitler. Hitler! What's up, Hitler? That's our village cat. That seems to just hang around here. He won't come and talk to you, but he'll look at you funny. Very judgmental. You can tell why his name is Hitler. He's got the mustache.
I'm glad it's just the mustache.
Well, we don't know about the rest because he won't talk to us.
Oh.
I don't know what he's doing, man. Maybe he attacks only certain color rats. I don't know. I have not been able to witness that. I know he tries to get into my car in the garage all the time, though. I do know that. That's what we needed. That's it. That's the ticket. All right. You all done?
Perfect. Take it back on the road.
Have a nice day. You might drive better. All right, now you gotta pull these 3 bolts here. Yeah, that impact really does make an impact, you know?
Almost like that's his name.
Right?
Got it.
Well, what you have on there right now is a 17.
That's 7? That's... Oh.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger! There you go. Oh, that's right, we gotta separate this one still. Cool. Okay. We'll do it the other way. Fine, be that way. See if I care. The bumper's just really in my way.
You want to just take it off?
Yes. It's an Audi. Step 1, remove front bumper. But I'm doing a taillight. There we go. That's what we needed.
That's one.
Stabilizer. We'll pull that on the ground. Cool. Haha. Yay. All right, grab the new one. We'll throw that in there. Yeah. The new one doesn't fit.
Wouldn't be the first time I got a AC part from Camelback Toyota, and it was the wrong part, even though it was the right year
That's
and
what
the
we
part
were
number.
buy from Rock Auto.
No, I got it from Toyota,
From Toyota?
from the dealership.
From the dealership?
Yep.
It's not bueno at all. Is this the right part? Are you sure? You're ready to rock and roll, dude.
Yeah.
Best way to do this is with a Mexican speed wrench. Sure, I have the socket somewhere for it. But that's all the way over there in the toolbox. We may not need it. We may need it. Who knows? Freaking A, might need it, dude. Everything is like different than Spencer's here. The last truck we worked on, everything was loose. This truck, everything is tight. Jeez, Pete's. Okay, well then we'll leave it.
Cool.
I'm
Anything's
perfectly
easy.
fine with that. I have no issues with that whatsoever. There you go.
That's the right one. There we go.
If you guys don't have one of these, get them. What these are is thread repair. So when your threads are all messed up and they get smashed together, these are a thread file. And they have all the different kinds of pitch. There's 4 sides. So a total of 8 on each file. Match them up with your threads and just file it. But it'll help straighten out your threads. I think this one, the castle nut's a little bit messed up as well, but it'll be fine. It'll work. It'll go on there. Yeah, we should replace that steering stabilizer and tighten all these up.
Yep.
And then she's done.
Perfect.
Easy enough,
So
right?
yeah, you tighten everything up.
tighten it all up, dude. Why is everything? Every one of these is different now.
Are they?
Yeah, that's like a 21 now.
Oh yeah, that was a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Rock Auto.
Rock Auto.
Welcome to Rock Auto. So a lot of these you can actually just like this. You can put pressure onto that ball joint socket. If it's just spinning freely, and that should allow us to tighten this. So we're just using that. You know, these are tapered, right? So as they go in, they're tapered anyways. Yep. So that'll allow us to tighten that. Maybe even throw the gun on this one. Oh yeah. Just go get the parts. Just do it. It'd be really nice if that would just stop being a pain. It'd make my life a lot easier. Honestly, the struggles. Huh. Perfect. Simplest things sometimes become so difficult, and they don't need to be. All right, he's gonna go get a new steering stabilizer and some new shocks. When he gets back, we'll throw those in. We'll show you guys that. I'm just gonna tighten this stuff up. You don't need to stand here and watch me tighten up bolts. They're nuts. I know they're not bolts, they're nuts. I got it. Don't yell at me. I'm aware. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm gonna tighten this thing that I'm tightening, and then we'll tighten the other one. I might have to go back and do a little bit more thread repair on the other one. It'll be fine. We'll get it. It's not a big deal, guys. Relax. It's perfectly fine. Oh, now it'll work. Now that we cleaned that. All right, I'll let you guys go. We'll show you guys this when it's all together. That is all. All right, so airplane's flying over because we're recording. We have been just kind of hammering away at this. So we're replacing shocks. I know, it looks like the old shock's still there, doesn't it? There's a collar over these shocks, so we went ahead and swapped the collar over because it doesn't come with the new ones. But shocks are pretty simple. On these, on the Toyotas, there's two 10mm bolts that go into the bottom. They go through the little wings down here. We can show you that as we're going together. And then up on top, you should have a 14mm or 9/16. They're kind of a tight one, but you know, they're there. It's just, you know, tight. So it's probably closer to a 9/16 honestly than it is a 14mm. But the whole thing I want to show you guys, once you get these tightened down to the point that the bushings are smashing, then you can literally take a pair of pliers if you don't have the specialty tool. If you'll notice up on top of the shock, they've machined these flat. So there is a tool, a socket that you can sit over the top of that to hold this whole shock from spinning. You don't need to. You can simply get a pair of pliers, grab a hold of that. It shouldn't take a ton of tension. If it does, you're probably cross-threading your nut. But on a brand new shock, there shouldn't be a ton of tension to hold that. You just need to keep it from spinning, and you can run your nut down on. Just smash this down. That's all you got to do. Here, show you the other side. That one's all together. Come on over here. See? So when you stack them, you put the new one in, you're going to put the washer, the bushing, then the washer, then the nut. On the bushing, there's usually a larger like cutout, and then there's a smaller one. The smaller one's what goes and sandwiches between, because there's a larger hole where the shock goes through. So your bushing will sit in that hole. It'll sandwich down and pancake all nice and good. So that's there. We can put the bottom on when we lift this back up, and we should be about ready to go. So we're almost done with this, but I wanted to show you guys that process. Keep the collar if you can. If your dust collar is good, swap it over. Keep it, because that'll keep from a lot of the dirt and mud and everything kind of getting down into that, where your shaft, because the shock sits down here, the shaft comes out the top, and you don't want to get a bunch of dirt and everything on top of that while it's riding up and down if you don't have to. So it's good to keep your little dust collars on there. They just swap right over. Simple enough. All right, we're gonna finish tightening up the other side. We'll put this in the air. We'll show you the bottom going together. Cool beans. Okay, so these guys are just gonna go right through those guys, and there's little guys up there that hold the girls. Actually, I think those are girls and these are guys, because that looks more like a guy and that looks more like a girl. So we're just gonna push up on the shock, hopefully. Yeah. And then we'll If a guy had any muscles, he'd be able to do this. But, you know, getting weak in my old age. And then the fat fingers, you know, all the typical stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna use the socket to make my life easier. These guys are 12 mil. Old dirt and dust. You gotta love it. So once you just gotta kind of get them lined up in there, and then just get them started. That's all you gotta do is get them started. We can suck them up with the gun later, or just let them dangle. I don't know. It's not my car. I don't have to drive it. You know.
That's fair.
Yeah. So just gotta line up the holes like anything else, and then we can get the old buzz on them, jam them home. We're gonna do that. Slam them home. We'll do the same thing the other side.
No parts in there are loose.
Yeah, that'll happen too. Who needs a gym? Oh.
Not you.
Not me. I have muscle somewhere. It's in my big toe.
This is one of the parts.
Oh. Put it together.
Give me a minute. Or an hour.
Somebody's been in here before. That's why we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. We can just throw that one away. This is trash. Should be another grommet, another bumper thing, you know. And that goes there. We don't need that either.
So what's that big nut?
Oh, you don't need to worry about it. It's nothing you need.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just throw it in the trash and pretend like it doesn't. Okay, so this is what I want to show you guys. I was trying to show you on the shock earlier, but I had gotten ahead of Drew pushing the button. So let's pretend this is your shock that we were just looking at. Real quick. So this washer looking guy, concave, convex, however you want to look at it, got to go concave style. This size, see the small little ridge? See the large ridge? I know this all seems simplistic to some of you, but some of you, it's your first time doing it. If we look, that small ridge, see that hole right there where it's going to be going in? It fills in that hole perfectly. So it actually will sandwich the two small ridges together in that hole to help support the bushing all together. So we'll put that in there. Put that right there. We'll put the small ridge facing in. We'll just leave that washer down there.
Aww.
Where'd it go?
It fell under the tank.
I don't know why you dropped it over there.
You dropped it.
You shouldn't have dropped it, bro. We wouldn't have this problem right now if you would have held on to it.
You dropped it.
See, look at that. You're good.
I
You're
tried.
good. See that washer that he dropped? We're gonna put it right here,
This guy.
right? And then on this pile of stuff,
Dirty.
there should be a nut. And that nut just gets threaded right onto the end of there. And then we'll hammer that home, squash her all down, and she'll be good to go. The other side just comes over to here. You got a large and a small. The large goes through here. Just like that. Washer, and then we'll put a nut. We can put a lock nut if you want. Huh, they actually came with a lock nut. Look at that. It had a lock washer or a lock nut. You had your options. Options! So we'll slam that one home. And then the other side, it's just gonna get a castle nut. How do you know a castle nut goes on the other side? Well, because there's a hole for a cotter pin to go through. So we're gonna put that right there. But first, before you put that on, you've got to put it in its spot. I mean, come on, guys. Let's get realistic here. Oh, huh. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Rock Auto. Well done. Well, freaking done. The paper. I like it. Cool. What I'm seeing is that potentially that may not be able to pull in as far as it needs to, because it looks like that piece does not have
Enough for a cotter pin?
the taper. But that's how you stack all of this. and we're gonna go ahead and get it all bolted in. If you see here too, I'll just take you guys on the final tour because I gotta bang through this. I got a meeting. Sorry, I got stuff to do. So you saw me put the shocks in. We left the old tie rod ends, inner and outer. So here we've got our castle nut on, cotter pin, castle nut, cotter pin. So if you look at how I put the cotter pins, when you're stacking the cotter pin in there, there's a short and a long side to the cotter pin. Put the long side on the outside so then you can just bend it over and it's a lot easier to access. We did that on all of these. They're all locked in, they're all happy. And what you want to try to do when you're locking in the cotter pins and lining up those holes is you want to try and, if you can, get more rotation on the nut versus backing it off. When you're backing it off, you're just loosening it. And that's not always a good idea. And the reason I fold them completely over is because it keeps them from rotating or going anywhere. They'll stay right in place. Looks nice and neat and clean. We're all good to go. So we'll hammer all this together and we're done for today. Tomorrow's gonna be a whole nother project on this truck, but I'm out of time. Appreciate you guys. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. That's why this went together so easy, because you guys subscribed, you know? Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure that you check out down in the description, there's some socials. Go click on those and follow those too. It's supposed to be something popping up there at some point. And I think that's it. Love you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.